we are going to take from the cable. Moving on, the next is the Daily Trust newspaper. And from the Daily Trust newspaper, why epilepsy is a disgrace to society. Bandits destroy Niger SSG's hometown. Emir of Daura marks 15 years on the throne, speaks on his greatest pride. All right, more stories from the Daily Trust newspaper today. National Assembly stops state local government joint account, reject slots for women. 50,000 naira one-way ticket has airfare takes a flight. APC Buhari rejects moves to drop Adamu as consensus national chair. Alaafin Ooni move to reconcile Tinubu and Aregbesola. National Assembly rejects special seat for women, inclusion of VAT on exclusive list. March 26 convention date remains intact. That's according to APC governors. Buhari going for another medical checkup in London. COVID-19 killed over 3,000 Nigerians in 2 years. That is according to NCDC. All right, let's move on. And the next paper we're going to be looking at is the Vanguard newspaper. And from the Vanguard, fuel scarcity chokes Enugu, Abuja, Lagos. Others, I wonder why other states were not included, because it is indeed choking. 12 burned to death in Kano auto crash. Politicians, not IPOB, responsible for renewed insecurity in Southeast. That is coming from the Christian Association of Nigeria in that region. Senate, House of Reps reject VAT on exclusive list. Moving on, let's look at Sylvester Oromoni, Darwin College principal, weeps at Corona inquest. APC governors converge in Abuja. Get your PVCs, sweep APC out of Ekiti. Oni tells voters. Kwakwanso set to dump PDP for NNPP. Reps reject bill for special seat for women in parliament. Ukraine-Russian war, Ben Bruce bombs Nigerian billionaires. Motorists lament over fuel scarcity, price hike in Kano. Man 25 years old bags 5 years in prison for stealing 17,000 naira. While Nnamdi Kanu protested in DSS detention, that's coming from his legal team. Stop converting checkpoints, stop and search patrols into avenues for extorting fleecing of Nigerians. IGP warns policemen. All right, that's all that we're going to take from the Vanguard newspaper. Let's move on. The next we're going to be checking is the Leadership newspaper. And from the Leadership newspaper, Constitution Review. President, governors may go to jail for rejecting legislative summons. Okay. Convention. Fresh crisis hits APC over imposition of candidates. Dangote cement shareholders get 340.8 billion naira dividend. Oil prices back to $105 per barrel on Russia-Ukraine crisis. Oh, countries are making money. 5 days after assent, Buhari seeks amendment to Electoral Act. All right, amending the Electoral Act 2022. Ash Wednesday kicks in length for Christians. Constitution Review. Okay, I've taken that. Nigeria needs governance dialogue for progress, says ex-Timor-Leste President Ramos Horta. Insecurity altering Southeast economy. That's according to governors in that region. 2023, Ooni move to reconcile Aregbesola, Tinubu. Of course, Alaafin is also there too. By-elections, stop threatening PDP national chairman. CUPP tells DSS. All right, let's move on. The next we're going to be looking at is the Premium Times. Don't forget that we're live on Facebook, and of course our Twitter is very much handy at Ibr92.5FM. That's our Twitter handle. Ibr92.5FM Ibadan. That's our Facebook account. Like, comment and share. It's a signal. What does APC's performance in Abuja Council election mean? You want to know? Read it up in today's edition of the Premium Times. Again, Buhari travels for medical reasons without transmitting power to Osinbajo. Top Nigerian government ease of doing business agencies failed key compliance test. Russia-Ukraine war. Why Nigerians remain stranded. Key federal government officials jet to Kenya. Senate passes bill to grant local government financial administrative autonomy. More stories. Premium Times honors reporters at maiden award ceremony. Labour Minister hopes for resolution as federal government ASU resume conciliation meeting. Senate passes bill to empower lawmakers to summon president, governors over security concerns. National Assembly throws out bills to grant life pension immunity for Senate President, Speaker and their deputies. Senate reps differ on 20% affirmative action in appointment of ministers and commissioner. Showore files 200 million naira suit against pleas Ned Nwoko. Senate reps vote against bills on extra legislative seat for women affirmative action. Okay, let's leave the Premium Times. Let's move on, and the next we're going to be looking at is the pen pushing. And from the pen pushing today, hackers disrupt Nigerian women group online press conference. Imagine, hackers disrupt Nigerian women group online press conference. Constitutional review, but the Mustafa advocate state pleas part-time legislature. Again, Buhari jets out for 2 weeks medical checkup without transmitting power to Osinbajo. Oyo State government shuts down illegal tertiary institution in Okeogun. Nigerian Senate passes bill to grant local government financial and administrative autonomy, okay, to local government. Let's move on. The next we're going to be looking at is Oyo Inside. And from Oyo Inside, LMC to Makinde, you can't appoint Akoro as 3SC sole administrator. EFCC harassing us over security vote. All this since last year, or your government. Alaafin Oni meet Aregbesola in Ibadan. 5.2 kilometer Gedu Shabo Oroki Ashipa road ready for commissioning. Okay, let's leave Oyo Inside and move on to look at InsideOyo.com. And from InsideOyo.com, government alone cannot run universities. UIVC calls for support. You cannot appoint sole administrator, okay, for shooting stars. LMC writes Oyo government. Obasanjo visits Olubano designate, says he will prostrate on next visit. What does that mean? Non-custodial sentencing bill passes second reading as Oyo government seeks to promote community service. Why EFCC arrested Accountant General Oyo government is given an explanation in Ibadan. Alaafin Oni meet Aregbesola over reconciliation with Tinubu. Alright, let's call it a wrap on this segment of the program at this juncture. We'll take a breather. We'll be back to do some analysis. Please don't go anywhere. Welcome back, everyone. It is good to know that you are there. The program is your number one newspaper review program on radio. This is Rise and Shine here on IBR 92.5 FM Ibadan. I am yours sincerely, Han Oluwapo Homoride. That is the name. Don't forget that you can tweet at us at IBR 95 FM Ibadan. Copy or you tag me at Anuluapo OM10. We are live on Facebook, IBR95 FM Ibadan. That's our Facebook account. And of course, you can send your text message to 0905 221 3356 0905 221 3356. That is the number you're expected to send your text messages to on the program today. Now, for our international audience, this is the number to call: +234 904 128 4528. I call it again: +234 904 128 4528. Again, +234 904 128 4528. For those of us that will be calling from anywhere in Nigeria, these are the numbers: 0916 104 7698. Another one: 0811 052 6487, or 0902 280 9257. Good morning, Larry. It's good to have you on the program.
Good morning.
Okay, let's start with this in the Punch newspaper. Federal government loses out. National Assembly affirms state's power to collect VAT. That story is in the Punch newspaper. Okay, let's just go straight into it. This matter is before the court, isn't it? Now that the National Assembly has affirmed state's power to collect VAT, what happens? Do we wait till the court gives its judgment, or it's become a law? Or we wait for 24 state houses of assembly?
Let us get it clear. It's not already a law.
Okay.
It's just a proposition by the National Assembly. But as the case is, our listeners will recall that Governor Wike of Rivers State took the initiative, or took the bulls by the horn, and said no, it is meant for the state, because it is never stated in the constitution exclusively where the federal government will have the right to collect VAT, and it is not in the exclusive list, neither is it listed in the concurrent list. So what is saying is that it is the right of the state government to collect it, and on the basis of that, the Federal High Court gave judgment in its favor. It was that judgment that woke up the federal government to say that the largest chunk of what is coming to the federation account, particularly the federal government, is being taken over by the states. And you know that some states in Nigeria contribute less than 0.1%, and they get more than 10% of what is on ground. I give an example of Zamfara that contributed less than 400 million and collected 2.8 billion or 4-something billion from the VAT collected collectively or jointly. So the point is that Rivers collected close to about 200 million. Lagos collected close to about 400 billion and only got 60 billion out of it. Rivers the same thing, or the same thing. And what Kano collected was the exact figure that he got
to it.
So that he said, it cannot be monkey they walk, baboon they chop. No way. That was what actually sparked of the struggle. But with what the National Assembly has done, he said there's a principle of interpretation, or we call it canon of interpretation. What is not exclusively listed, that means it's not inclusive in that thing. It's excluded from the interpretation. Since VAT was not listed in it's not listed in the exclusive legislative list, what it invariably means that it does not belong to the area of federal government. It does not. That means the federal government does not have the sole right to collect VAT. Right. And what they have done now is to assert it. I hope when it gets to the national state houses of assembly, they will get 24 houses or 24 states to pass it and make it a law. But it's just talking about it now is a sub judice, as we call it, a law. Since it is before the court, we will wait for the court to make its pronouncement. Even if it passed and the court says no, that means they have to go back to what the court says is the rule, is the law. Is the law.
All right.
So on that alone, it is not yet uhuru for the state governments or for those that are in support of the state collecting
VAT. Okay, let's move on. In the leadership newspaper Constitution Review, President, governors may go to jail for rejecting legislative summons. Constitution Review, the president and state governors can face jail terms if they refuse to honor summons from the federal and state lawmakers. This is because there is a provision in one of the sections of the Constitution Amendment Bill passed by the Senate which empowers the National Assembly and state assemblies to summon the president and state governors to answer questions bordering on security or other issues on which the national and state houses of assembly have powers to make laws, failing which they can be convicted.
The law is already there. It's just, I don't know why they are hyping it. When you look at Section 84, the 1999 Constitution as amended, power to investigate and conduct investigation. It is already there. The National Assembly has the right to summon anybody. And remember, when
at any time,
where on the matter, it has powers to conduct investigation. You know, but the supporters of the president, particularly this president, were of the view that president cannot be summoned. No, and it is there. Why for the federal government, Section 88, power to conduct investigation. When you look at Section 128, power of the state house of assembly or state houses of assembly to also conduct investigation. It's a repetition of what is in the Section 88. They can call anybody to question and tell anybody to ask questions based on anything they have power to legislate on, or even to put money on, to question you how you have spent the money. And that is why they always subject whosoever is going to be appointed into office for screening at the level of the Senate. If the Senate has that power, the National Assembly is also empowered to call you and summon you to come. But we take our president and governors as semi-god or demigods.
Whereas they are not.
They are not. I'll give you an example. I remember when Joe Biden had problem with the Congress, the equivalent of our National Assembly, the Senate and the Rep. There was one day he visited the Capitol Hill 4 times. And if you, I wish you had been there. If you know the distance between Capitol Hill and Pennsylvania Avenue, where the White House is, it's almost more than 500 meters, if not more than. Capitol Hill by the left and Pennsylvania Avenue down the road by the right. He visited that place more than 4 times in a day. He went to lobby. When last did any president leave the comfort of his office in Aso Rock and visited
the National Assembly?
When last? The point is this: if you have any serious thing to do, you have to go and lobby them, talk to them, not only call them one-on-one. I've never seen the
president of the speaker.
No, I've never heard of the president leaving the comfort of the Aso Rock, visiting the National Assembly to lobby people, unless on one day when he wants to present the budget. That is when you see the president coming. Maybe that is official.
Maybe that's the style of our own group.
No, it's not. It's the mentality of the people. Not even the people elected. The people that they are supporters. They are the one who are always crying for. I don't know why they are so. They have taken their presidents and governors to be gods. The National Assembly is the most powerful. The legislature, let me say, the legislature is the most powerful. Look at Section 4 of our Constitution. It's the one of the 3 arms of government listed, first listed, followed by the executive. But we have placed the executive over and above the 2 other hands of government. That is the problem. The moment we see the president is not God, I have right to talk to him as a legislator. You have right to talk to him as a legislator. Let him come and lobby us. So the governor is not God. The fact that he has the right to spend, if you don't appropriate, you cannot spend. That is what is in the other climes. Civil and civilized climes, not this kind of climb that we are in. Okay. That the people will call you, that you will reject it anyway. No, I said you will reject it. That people will call it zoo. So the most important thing is that those who have elected are not gods and they are not demigods. They are responsible and accountable to the people. Right. And the only people they are accountable to is representational people. The people are the
National Assembly.
No, legislature.
Okay.
Let me say legislature, whether state or the federal level.
Okay, let's move on. Russia-Ukraine war While Nigerians remain stranded, key federal government officials jet to Kenya. That story is in the Premium Times. Also in the Premium Times, again, Buhari travels for medical reasons without transmitting power to Osinbajo. Which should I take? There are two stories. Okay, let me take this. Russia-Ukraine war. Why Nigerians remain stranded? Key federal government officials jet to Kenya. Why Nigerians in Ukraine seeking to flee the war-torn country continue to wait for help from the Nigerian government. The two officials who should lead the rescue efforts are on their way to Kenya. Geoffrey Onyama, Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Minister, and Abikedabi, the Chief Executive Officer of the Nigerians in the Diaspora Commission, wait to on Tuesday join President Muhammadu Buhari on an official trip to Kenya, the President's office has said. So on one end, Geoffrey Onyama, the Minister of Foreign Affairs, and Abikedabi, the Premium Times will say these are the ones who are supposed to lead the rescue mission, as it were. Now, also in the Premium Times, you have the fact that the president is traveling out, okay, and he is not handing over to the president. What does the law say about this? That's one. And of course, we are talking of Ukraine, Russia-Ukraine war. Some would say there is crisis at home. The economy is not where it ought to be, and yet you have the president going on medical trip. He's going to spend 2 weeks there. How insensitive is it? Because this is what some Nigerians are saying at this time.
It's a nation that has never been serious anyway. So
who has never been serious?
The nation.
Nigeria as a nation.
No. Nigeria is not a serious nation.
Why?
Because of what is happening now. So they must be told that Nigeria is not a serious nation. You say when there's fire on the mountain in Nigeria, you don't believe in quenching the fire. You believe in shouting and shouting and shouting, not even making effort to get water, or even the formula, add soap to the water, and you try to quench the fire. But you believe in just watching the thing, because some people will gain out of it.
In every crisis in Nigeria,
there must be a way
some will
gain out of it. Because I don't see the minister leaving Nigeria. How many ministers of other nations have left their country to rescue members? Because they have the system in place. I watched the Indians when they go to Mumbai or New Delhi. That somebody went and welcomed them, even right in the plane before they descended. They disembarked. That is what it means. That is a nation that works, and they actually know the total number of their citizens or the nationals that were in Ukraine. They came out. They said they had 1,000. I don't know whether you understand. And they made effort on immediately. You don't need the minister, you don't need the chairman of the Diaspora Commission to go and welcome anybody. Kenya Ukraine? Kenya is not Ukraine.
This is even the issue. Uhuru Kenyatta invited President Muhammadu Buhari to a meeting. It was the president that was invited. How relevant this United Nations environmental whatever is at this time? It's a subject for discourse. But the fact that you have Abikedabi and Geoffrey Onyama at this time following the president to Kenya to attend this meeting. That is what Premium Times is saying. Whereas there are other things that beg for their attention back at home.
That is why I said the point is the nation is not serious. They have told those who are willing to come. Not all Nigerian nationals in Ukraine wanted to leave Ukraine. We discussed this yesterday. Someone said Ukraine, even at war, is far better than Nigeria. So they have chosen to stay back in Ukraine, and they want to hold their fate in their own various hands. But those who are willing to, they have told them to move to the neighboring country, Poland, Hungary, Moldova, Maldives, and which other ones. So move there. When you get there, arrangement will be put in place. And I actually saw some with 2 long buses, luxurious buses, with Nigerian flag, with Nigerian the front of the what do you call it, trapped in with Nigerian flag. That is what it shows. If we have all this system in place, we have high commissioners or ambassadors in this place. All you need to do is to give them, if they are well funded, give them directives. Do this, do this, do this. Especially, the minister does not have to leave. If he leaves now, they have to prepare his DTA, duty to allowance, in dollars. I don't know whether you understand. Ibr92 that is leaving, the chairman that is leaving, is not living on her own post. She has to be given duty to allowance too, taken from the so-called scarce resources. What are the ambassadors, the consular general, the military attaché, and all other attachés that we have in those countries we have directed our nationals, our citizens to move into? What are they doing? Why are they earning salaries? You understand? They are not taking naira, they are taking dollars or whatever denomination. What are their duties there? Why did we have all those embassies or high commissions? That is the point. That's why I say it's not a nation that is serious. You don't need anybody to leave Nigeria to get this thing done. Monday of India did not leave India to get the citizens rescued. Some other nations too will not need those things. We have to be serious if we want to be where we wish to be. On the issue of the president leaving, I think the law is so clear that if he's going to stay 21 days outside the country, that is when he will transmit. And you remember when he transmitted, even when he wanted to be a Democrat, when he showed during the first tenure that he was a Democrat, and he went for almost, I think 6 months or 5 months, I'm not too sure. His supporters should pardon me if I've added dates. He went like that and he never came back. You understand? What happened? Somebody was doing the job, and people had come to say that they enjoyed that period more than when the real person that was elected was in the throne. So his supporters did not like it, so they would not like it for him to transmit power. And there was another one that he went like, before he came back, the person removed the acting president removed the director of DSS, and that they said they did not like it too. All those things combined together will not make the president to work.
But he has not violated
since
he will be traveling for just 2 weeks.
For 21 days, 2 weeks does not amount to 21
okay,
days. It's outside that he can. And if he does not transmit, the constitution has been so amended to trigger law the vice president to just take over from him. Whether he transmitted or he did not transmit, the point is so clear, the constitution provision, and I think his handlers, let me say, his handlers will not want to violate that constitution. You will find out that if he has serious medical issue where he has gone, before they will transport him back to come and take over, so that it will be seamless thing. The next day or 3 days after, he could take off again.
But why is abnormality becoming a normal thing in Nigeria? That the presidency will issue a statement, okay, to inform the people that their president, the number one citizen, will be seeking medical attention elsewhere in another country. Is that how it works? When Biden, okay, will be seeking medical help the other day, we were not told he will be coming to Nigeria or that he will be going to India.
So when Biden was going for 2 weeks, he left for Kamala Harris, and he wrote a letter. He transmitted the letter to the Congress. Everybody read the letter, but they have taken it to be, I can go. This job must remain. America is a state that must remain, and it must work. So there are people, they don't see it as do or die. There is so much in that Aso Rock or in the presidency that people are willing to die therefore. You understand? So, and they don't want anybody, an outsider. When you look at section 145, whenever the president transmits to the president of the Senate and the Speaker of the House of Representatives a written declaration that he is proceeding on vacation or that he is otherwise unable to discharge the function of his office until he transmit to them a written declaration to the contrary, such function shall be discharged by the president by the vice president as acting president. That is what section 145 says. But the limitation is already to 21 days. After that, it can be triggered.
But since he will be traveling for 14-15 days, he has not preached.
No, he's taking, because if you ask them now, I know Malami will say that he can still perform, or Shehu Gaba, the presidency himself, will say that he's performing his job from wherever he was or he is, even if he's under the scalpel of the doctors. where they are taking some things away from his body, they will say he can still do the job.
Okay.
So, but be that as it may, it is within. We need to say that it is within the constitutional limit.
Okay, so since he's not traveling for 21 days, let's move on. Let me just inform you, as reported by the Cable Electoral Act, Nigerians who lose PVCs 90 days before election won't vote. That is self-explanatory. So endeavor to keep your permanent voter cards. 90 days to the election. If you lose it, you won't be able to vote. Let's move on. Let's still talk about this proposal that the National Assembly is coming up in form of Constitutional Amendment Bill. No immunity for Senate President Speaker as National Assembly votes on Constitutional Amendment. That story is in the Cable. Also in the Cable, senators, reps vote against pension for Senate President and the Speaker. Now in the Cable also, SAGE, most bills on Constitutional Amendment irrelevant to Nigeria's immediate needs. Good morning, Latifa Raymond.
Good morning, Anu.
Welcome. So your take on this, that Isesage, Professor Isesage has said that most bills, okay, so you can be busy doing nothing. You can be a professor and be professing nonsense. This is what Sage is saying, that most of these bills, we spend money, we're spending time, but most of the bills on Constitutional Amendment, they're relevant to the problems.
I want to use most in order not to be too harsh on the National Assembly. Because they acted on what members and the executive and some other things submitted to them. But I will say some of the bills, let me use some, not most now, are irrelevant. What is the relevance of a bill, a proposed bill to change Atisbo to whatever? What is the relevance of the proposed bill to change Egbado North to Yewa North? So there are more pressing issues that they should have concentrated on. But we have to give kudos to them. What they've done yesterday is history. They have made history, but we cannot jubilate yet because just like what Mr. Landy said earlier, that it's just a proposed amendment. It has to go through the normal legislative process at the National Assembly and then at the State Assembly. But there are some bills that are very key to national development that they also proposed yesterday for amendment. One of them is the state judicial legislative whatever autonomy. It's very important. The one on the local government is also very important. Then there is particular one that I so much enjoyed, the one that will allow state government to generate and transmit electricity. Where they say a lot of people are not looking at that. That's the first one that caught my attention. That if we can actually pass this and get it through and make it a law, I think we might be moving towards doing something reasonable for the first time in Nigeria. But we cannot rejoice yet. This is not the first time the National Assembly will be proposing a bill for financial autonomy, especially for the local government, and governors blocked it. So I hope these ones, if not every bill proposed yesterday, the key ones like that very particular one on electricity and the one on judicial autonomy and local government or financial autonomy, at least they should let those ones pass through. So there are so many irrelevant bills in the proposal.
So you agree with Professor Isesage? Yeah,
I partially agree with him. As much as there are irrelevant ones, there are some key important ones, even if they are not much, about 5 important bills.
But the women in Nigeria, they are not happy. Okay, let's also, you've talked about it. National Assembly stop state and local government joint account reject slots for women. Okay, so you have that. National Assembly stop state local government joint account reject slots for women. Constitutional amendment, women to protest at National Assembly over rejection of gender bills. So women are asking, shall we only be singing at rallies and during electioneering? No role for them?
There can be a constitutional role for them. They have to excel. I know we need to say this.
The women must excel.
The Beijing 1985, the affirmative action. You say it's not something that can just be legislated into law like that. You have to show it. I agree with you that, and with women, that if you look at Rwanda, 75% of the legislative seat in Rwanda
are being occupied by women. And even the cabinet.
The cabinet too. I was opportune to go to South Africa some time ago, and we went for a conference. People came on behalf of Botswana government. Out of 5 delegates, 4 were women. 4. That is to tell you that they have excelled. They have excelled. So this is they naturally need to show that they have arrived. You understand? We have our different roles, but they also need to show that they have arrived. Some of them who have been given offices, what have they done with offices? You remember somebody who was a minister for finance, who is still in the EFCC, several EFCC are having issues. You understand? Somebody from the north, like that. There are some other ones who have taken over and who have excelled. Somebody is presently occupying the office of Women Affairs, who said it is cool stove, that is what she's going to buy for women. We need those who want to excel. You look at Slovenia. No, is this Slovenia or Bosnia? A 32-year-old woman,
I think it's
or
Bosnia.
lady, president. New Zealand, 28. You know, Denmark, I'm not sure. One of those Scandinavian countries. They say women are taking over. And Angel, you see what she did. They say understand. But basically, they need to assure us the opportunities and the avenues are there. And I want to say sincerely, with due respect to our women, some of them do keep to the principle of good governance. You understand?
You cannot test
no, some of them, generally, some of them do. But some of them are violated, particularly in this climate. People like Disney, you know, it's not a happy end for Nigeria when it comes to somebody having such a ministry and what came out of it, though it is yet to be proven in the court of law. But beyond that, they need to excel. It cannot be legislated into law that give us this. It's a point they should give them that percentage, and they might not have the capacity to fill it. What becomes of that particular law or that provision? It becomes void. So everything is open for everybody, but they are good at singing when it comes to political party rallies.
They are good composer.
No, I know you say when they compose song against you, you will run away from this studio. But you have chosen to be somebody who talks. They have also chosen for now to be somebody who go to political rallies to sing and entertain the audience or the crowd.
But class matters.
But then they at the end of the day, some of them are really good at keeping to principle of good governance.
Okay.
And that is key. That is what we need. But it can never be legislated into law.
Okay.
Well, the rejection is not a spite on them. Even when they were led by a highly cerebral lady, the vice president. So the National Assembly is not about emotion or lawmaking. Let me say, it's not about emotion. It's about reality. And when you are realistic about what you want to make law on, and you believe, like they say in court of law, court is not a Father Christmas. Whatever you do not deserve will not be given to you. What if you don't ask for it? You don't ask for it, you will not be given. So when you deserve it, you will be given to you. So they running on emotion. We don't have to run on emotion. Our ladies should just excel and excel very well.
All right. Before we pay this bill, transport fares rise. Filling stations sell petrol above 200 naira. Latif, I'm sure the people will not mind even to buy at 250 naira. But I have a testimony this morning coming down here. Nearly all the filling stations, I wouldn't know, have long queues, which signify that maybe this product is arriving, though none of the filling stations have started selling, but you have long queues, which is an indication, okay, of the fact that maybe these filling stations have the product. Let's pay this bill. We'll come down to look at some stories here in Oyo State.
Brent Mall. Oh yes, Brent Mall is your one-stop solution to all your shopping needs. Get the best products and services every day at Brent Mall. Go ahead and share beautiful moments with friends and families as you shop. Play games in arcade. Eat the best meals. Have fun at Brent Supermarkets. Enjoy the moments with loved ones at Brent Supermarkets. Enjoy rich, sumptuous, tasty delicacies at Brent's Eateries. Treat yourself to a wholesome experience of rich, yummy ice cream and smoothies at the Brent Mall Ice Cream Lounge. We've got the best for you always. Visit Brent's Bakeries today for your daily fresh bread. At Brent's Boutique, we've got the finest blend of luxury, elegance and style for your fashion delight. Brent's electronic gadgets are quality, durable and reliable. Get yours today. Shop with us today at Brent's Mall, Apata, Ibadan. Brent's Mall, Old Ife Road, Ibadan. And also at Brent's Mall, Taki, Ogumosho. Check out our social media pages at Brent's Supermarkets. Brent's Mall, stay healthy, stay happy.
The key to your success and the foreign proficiency programs is here. All you need do is grab it at EduConsult Foreign Proficiency Programs and you shall realize your desire to score 7 points in IELTS, 95 and above in TOEFL, 1250 in SAT, 500 and above in GMAT, 70 and above in PTE, 30 and above in ACT, 305 and above in GRE, as well as 2 direct success in ICANN ATS. What is delaying you? Register now for EduConsult Foreign Proficiency Program at Communication House, Fast Junction, Old Ife Road, Ibadan, and NOA Court, Ashi Bodija Junction, Basharu, Ibadan. Telephone 0813-543-0382. Email info@educonsult.org. EduConsult, your passport to success in foreign proficiency programs.
Welcome back, everyone. It is Rise and Shine here on Ibr92.5 FM, Ibadan. Inside of your report, why? Okay, before I go into that, Obaseki, Nigerians unhappy over unfair distribution of federal government's conditional cash transfer. That story is in the cable. Inside of your reports, why EFCC arrested Accountant General of your government, accuses EFCC of unlawful arrest and intimidation. The government of Oyo State declared on Tuesday that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, lacks the power to investigate, audit or probe the disbursement and expenditure of its security votes contained in the Consolidated Revenue Fund of the state. So that's the account of Inside Oyo. Now, Oyo Inside says EFCC are harassing us over security vote orders since last year. Let me take some paragraphs from that. 5 days after the arrest of its Accountant General by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Oyo State government has reacted, disclosing that the AG has been released. Information Commissioner Wasiu Olatunbosun said that the EFCC has been harassing the state since last year. So I think Inside Oyo is quoting Mr. Taiwo Adisa's statement. Oyo Insight is quoting Dr. Wasiu Olatunbosun, the Commissioner for Information. Larry, the issue is that according to report, the EFCC stormed the Accountant General's office asking for the invoice of how the governor has been spending the security vote. Okay, and the Accountant General did say no, he lacks the power and all that. Okay, two of you, your reaction on this development. Let me start with Larry.
Let me reiterate what I've been saying. The concept of security vote, as we know it in Nigeria, does not exist.
What? It does not exist?
It does not exist in law.
But all governors take this.
Even the president. Even the president. But it does not exist in law. And I told you, what I said before, before I will be accused of inconsistency, is that some of the members of National Assembly went to the Congress in the United States of America and they asked them, member of the Congress, that means member of the Senate and the House of Representatives there, so how much do you allocate as security vote for your governors and the president? They said, security vote for where? Maybe we have something new to learn from you. For the benefit of our listeners, the American will say maybe, it's all about democracy, maybe we have something to learn from you. Please explain, expatiate. When they expatiated, they said, that is outright stealing. That is what the American call it. American legislation. That is outright stealing. Official stealing. So the concept of security vote, the way we see from the president to the governor, even to the local government, is that you take sizable chunk of the state money or the federal money or the local government money and you spend it without invoicing it. No schedule is never budgeted for. And it is never in the consolidated revenue account. That means it's never in the appropriation, it's never taken to the National Assembly for proper appropriation against the constitutional provision of section 80 that says all money to be spent, the president shall lay before the National Assembly the budget of the next year, shall prepare and lay before the National Assembly. So
there's no provision for
they don't put, go and check all. I was a privilege to have spent 4 years there. You will not say something. Defense vote is different to when you are talking of security vote. The money you just pick and you begin to spend, they don't appropriate. Even ditto the state, ditto the local government. So all of them are guilty. From the presidency, I'm not saying President Muhammadu Buhari. I'm talking of the presidency, the office of the president from 1999. All of them are guilty. All of them. Without minding was the little I had was the president. This particular president was trying to moderate it. You understand? He was trying to moderate it or reduce or whatever. But that is beyond him anyway. That is beyond him. When you are surrounded by sharks and you are a whale, they will consume you. That is bad. I'm not defending the president. But what I'm saying essentially is not there. But your state has come out to say that, one, they budgeted for it, that is in their consolidated revenue account. So basically, if it is budgeted for, no EFCC, no ICPC has a right to look into it. Unless there is, like we did say when we started this program, that there is a petition or the State House of Assembly giving the power in section 128 summoned somebody and told him, I asked him, how did you spend this money? Because we have appropriated on it. How did you spend it? So on the basis of that, they did not get convincing whatever. They can now invite somebody or the agency, please come and look at this thing for us. We have asked questions, we are not getting convincing answers. But based on the defense of the Oyo State now, that his own was appropriated, that it was in the consolidated revenue account, as provided for by the Constitution, 1999 Constitution, as amended, the ESCC or any other SFU, that means a special fraud unit or intelligence unit, SFIU, they do not have any right until a petition is sent to them. But based on essay, they don't have to do that. You understand? Basically that. And it is not even the accountant general, it's just the disbursing officer. It's not the one spending it, it's the governor and the president. So on this note, based on what they have, their defense they have put up, they don't have it. But essentially, all governors collect security votes that are not appropriated for, and I stand by it. If you become governor tomorrow and you are my friend, or even I become governor tomorrow, if that is the practice, because I've had to write a paper on this and I confronted it, but what they say is that the Nigerian situation is different. I'm not defending it. I'm not defending that. Okay, you go to the president or you go to the governor, you visit the president or governor, your expectation is that you must leave with something. But in America, you greet Biden, you leave. Handshake. That is the best you get. But in Nigeria, when you are leaving, you have to go with handbag or a customized bag. What is in there are not papers. What is in there are real original things that you must keep to yourself. Those are things they spend this money on. We are the problem of the people who govern us. Your expectations, my expectations are high. That all I'm thinking or praying for is for the president or the governor to invite me to his office one day, so I will be able to also take out of the largesse. But beyond that, I want to be controverted. There's nothing like that.
Okay. All right. Let me open the phone lines. Okay. Since the lawyer in the house has spoken, I open the phone lines so that we can be part of the program. Once again, the numbers to call 0916-104-7698, 0811-052-6487. These are the numbers. You can also call 0902-280-09-257. Send your message to 0905-221-3356. Okay, let's start. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. I'm Tayo.
Okay, Tayo.
I'm calling from Bodijalamuyu.
You're welcome, Tayo.
If it is true that the Senate has passed financial autonomy for local government into law, they have made a very big mistake. The reason is because a lot of money will be stolen by the local government chairman. The first step to take before financial autonomy is granted to the local government is to match the local government in a manner that we will not have more than 109 local governments, which will be against the 774 local governments we have at the moment. In this manner, it will be easy for EFCC, ICPC, and Special Fraud Unit of Nigeria Police to investigate the local government chairman and other local government officials.
Okay.
I mean the supervisors.
All right.
If they are alleged, if there are accusations against them that they are corrupt.
Okay.
But you see, that does not mean that the number of
Tayo.
councillors we have in Nigeria.
Tayo, we don't have the time for you to go into detailed explanation. That's the essence.
Right.
Just make your submission, okay? Thank you so much, Tayo, for your time on the program. For those of us who will be calling in, just go straight to the point, okay? The analysis has been done. If you have reservations about any of the things that have been said, you may point it out and make your own submission on the program. Delay in evacuating trapped Nigerians from the war zones shows the insensitivity of this government to Nigerians in diaspora. Our ambassador in Ukraine should be questioned and sent back to explain to Nigerians. Happy from Monia send that message. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, okay, kindly call back. I'm sure you know flashing us. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning, sir. Okay, thank you so much. Welcome to the program. Oh, we lost that. Kindly call back on the program. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. You're welcome.
On the issue of arrest of Accountant General of Oyo State, I think our EFCC approaches, they used to play for the January. And you can see that for most of the cases, there are flaws in the court. And those who say that, we tell us that all the politicians, almost every one of them, they are stealing from our common party body. But the way EFCC go about the case, they always put the cash. It's not yours. That's why they're losing most of the cases of corruption. They the cause.
Okay.
They should be proactive and gather their evidence right before they move it to the court.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you so much for your time.
Gentlemen, good morning.
Thank you.
See, that one of your analysis now, the guy is doing practically. You see, the more you are revealing the weaknesses of this country, the more you are revealing the faulty system we are creating to run this country, the more bitter I am. The more bitter. You can see that we never go anywhere in this manner. We can't. So, the only thing I will say is, let us stop for a decade. We need a total restructuring of the political system. This centralized of government has been abused. We have
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Anthony, for your time. Let's go on this short break. We'll be back.
Brent Mall. Oh yes, Brent Mall is your one-stop solution to all your shopping needs. Get the best products and services every day at Brent Mall. Go ahead and share beautiful moments with friends and families as you shop. Play games in arcade. Eat the best meals. Have fun at Brent Supermarkets. Enjoy the moments with loved ones at Brent Supermarkets. Enjoy rich, sumptuous, tasty delicacies at Brent Eateries. Treat yourself to a wholesome experience of rich, yummy ice cream and smoothies at the Brent Mall Ice Cream Lounge. We've got the best for you always. Visit Brent's Bakeries today for your daily fresh bread. At Brent's Boutique, we've got the finest blend of luxury, elegance and style for your fashion delight. Brent's electronic gadgets are quality, durable and reliable. Get yours today. Shop with us today at Brent's Mall, Apata, Ibadan. Brent's Mall, Old Ife Road, Ibadan. And also at Brent's Mall, Taki, Ogumosho. Check out our social media pages at Brent Supermarkets. Brent's Mall, stay healthy, stay happy.
Welcome back, everyone. Hello, good morning. Oh, okay. Let's check who is here. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you.
This is Ademola speaking from Akwete.
Mr. Ademola Adebi from Akwete, you're welcome, sir.
On the issue of local government autonomy, I think it's a good direction, in the right way. You see, no matter what we are doing today within our environment, local government administration, they are the closest to the people. But as far as this state is concerned, my brother, local governments are not functioning at all. In my area today, we are contributing the money to fix many roads. The land organization came to me this morning to ask me for 3,500 again. And the local government is doing nothing. We've written a letter already 4 times to the government, and nothing comes out of it. May God save us.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Ademola Adebi, for your time. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you.
Adeyemo.
You're welcome.
This EFCC, are they familiar with the provisions of the Constitution? That they have no right to investigate what they are doing in Oyo State. Don't forget, the DSS has done something in the crisis between the local government Act 1. When the Attorney General instructed the IG to provide the fact local government chairman with policemen to come and invade the local government councils. They did. Again, they brought here the palliative contaminated rice to us. You see, because we are in the opposition. Federal government should be for everybody, for every state, and not for to be hunting some states, because they are not part of them. Please.
All right.
You are aware of. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time on the program. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you.
Tayo.
Oh.
Bodijalam, you calling back?
No, Tayo, we don't have that luxury of time to entertain calls from one person twice. Thank you so much. You need to see how many people are on the line trying to get in at this time. The newly recruited teachers in Oyo State are yet to collect the salary of February 2021, and Tescom doesn't want them to talk about it. Olutunji from Ibadan sent that particular message. Good morning, Mr. Anu. Please, Mr. Larry Agoro is the best analyst. Invite him every day. I'm enjoying you guys. Taiwo from Olodo. Morning, Mr. Anu. I don't know what is paining Mr. Larry talking to the supporters of the government as if they don't have the right to do so. I have been in this country. I've never seen any president turn National Assembly to his office. Take it easy and give it to this National Assembly and this president. What is going on right now is restructuring. Many of your followers have been clamoring for, trying to rubbish the supporters of the government because they refuse to join you is not anything because to join you in not seeing anything good in the government is not a crime. Leave us alone, sir. Tijani Razak. I'm sure that when I read the first paragraph, Nari must know where that will be coming from. And of course, the people to federal government should expedite negotiation with ASU in order to move education forward. 2, PMB left the country at this crucial moment. God be our refuge. That you are dating from Aurora Makinde. Good morning, Mr. Anu, in the analyst. I commend the leadership of the National Assembly for standing by the truth and vote in favor of autonomy for local government. God will bless them. I wish to appeal to the leadership of all state of assembly in Nigeria to stand by the truth and uphold financial and administrative autonomy for local government. Undoubtedly, there is going to be rapid development at the grassroots if there is autonomy for local government. Comrade Murade Okabiru from Yanofa sent that message. Okay, thank you so much, comrade, for your time on the program. Mr. Ayofabimi says, Alafian only tell Buhari and Tinubu to better the lives of suffering Nigerians, but they can call Aregbe Shola because what? Okay, that's all I could see. As National Assembly affirms takes power to collect tax, this is a great victory. Actually, the next thing that needs to be tackled is regional or state resource control. Kudos to Governor Wike Sheyimakinde and Dapo Abiodun for championing the vast struggle for state. It will go down in history as the fathers of restructuring for New Nigeria. Ayodele from Malakia sent the message. On the harassment of Accountant General for your government, I know any government that is serving its people diligently always face problem. I will implore your state government not to lose focus and continue giving the dividend of democracy to the people of your state. Prince Bumi from Makbate. Can we see fraud and cunningness on the part of Oyo State government? Makinde's government claiming that EFCC after them. Are they not guilty as charged? I have said it many times on this program that the corruption in Makinde's government is mind-boggling and seriously stinking. If truly and sincerely they have appropriated it in their budget, they should show their books to the EFCC. They shouldn't be afraid if they are not guilty. Biodun sent that message. Mr. Larry said, Nigeria is not a serious country, yet he is defending same unseriousness by saying EFCC has no power to investigate the state officials on budgeted money. If not, what is so special in EFCC interrogating the state officials? It is very simple. Let them go and defend themselves if they haven't misappropriated the said money. Most of the laws in the Nigerian constitution are made to defend the lawlessness of the political class. Taiwo Dari sent that message. 8 billion naira to power street light. Oyoti were one chance. Where is our Botswana maize? Now 9 billion naira was siphoned from Oyo State purse. May God bail Oyo State from PDP maladministration. Olayode from Ogbere Ethiopia send that message. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. It is okay. Good morning, Anu, in the analyst. Anu wants to know why abnormality is becoming abnormal in Nigeria. The answer is simple. Nigeria as a nation is abnormal. Howell says so in 1945 in his book Path to Nigerian Freedom. No battery can bring forth good fruits. We have to first normalize Nigeria. Prince Remy Adegbola from Agoro. Thank you so much. Good morning, Mr. Anula Pomori. The prosecution of Oyo State Accountant General by EFCC is very unlawful and an attempt to paint the government black color. How many states have they gone investigating security vote expenditure? And it will good from Ikiri. Send that message. Okay. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh, I wouldn't know what is wrong. Okay, you may call back. If time permits, I will go through the rest of the messages on the program this morning. I also have Facebook messages to take. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is Bayo calling from Olude.
Bayo from Olude, welcome.
People that are celebrating the financial autonomy given to the local government, can there be any autonomy for the local government if INEC is not allowed to conduct elections to local government? It will still be an appendage of the government. If INEC is not allowed to conduct elections to local government, that is just it. So the only time that is when we allow INEC to conduct elections, just like these are everything. There's still an issue for us.
Oh, sorry about that. That line is not just clear. Okay, Bayo, you want to call us back on the program? Okay, thank you so much for your time. You may call us back on the program. Okay, good morning. I know I'm Abiola. True federalism trekking its way into Nigeria gradually. True federalism trekking its way into Nigeria gradually. True federalism is about to come to live with the passage of the law on value-added tax by the National Assembly. Hope the state houses of assembly will pass it too. Abiola from Akobo send that message. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Thank you so much, sir.
That's the American Constitution. Like my brother, there is nothing like 30 votes. But you see, I don't know where we follow all these silly efforts. I know it happens how much to allocate to security votes. 30 votes will make us to step up West. And not state is left from votes. Similarly, that of is different from that. Nobody is auditing them. So they have free money to spend. And it shouldn't be enough. We have started. The money for the benefit are not enough. So we have been calling for the removal of this security from government. They are if they want to use money for security, it should be allocated. It should be something that is in the Constitution. So that we know where we are going.
All right.
Let us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alaji, for your time. Folarin Gerard on Twitter says, a question for Larry. The title of the bill is a bill designed to include value-added tax, VAT, on the exclusive legislative list. Does that mean if it goes to the state houses, it is the federal government that needs the required two-thirds from states, since it's an executive bill? Abolade Abib says, Anuluapo, what we are missing in security vote is incomplete name and functions of the fund. It is social security vote that's supposed to be taken care of. That is supposed to take care of indigent, homeless people living under poverty, but Nigerian government uses the opportunity to siphon these funds. Solomon Olukayode says, we will put an end to kidnapping and banditry, says the federal government. I asked Anuluapo, what happened when our security personnel were recently abducted? Okay, can the government give the citizens rifles like that of Ukraine? This administration shouldn't fail completely before its handover. Olakunle Don says, our problem is not investigation, it is prosecution. Connection by the powerful people is affecting the system. Oluwadari Taiwo on Twitter says, but why is it that it's only the president that media talk about when he travels out of Nigeria? Why is it that the media don't talk when our governors travel out of the country? Most times we don't even know when the governors leave Nigeria. We only hear when they come back. Okay, you want me to be defensive? Go and check. Hardly would you see, except maybe for one, governors hardly leave the way. Okay, you think they travel, but for 2 weeks not many of them do that. We're bringing our searchlight on happenings. Okay, whether state, the federal government, what we're after is good governance, and we won't rest on our hands until we get that done in Nigeria. Okay, we're out of time. It's unfortunate. I have many messages here. Good morning, Anu. If EFCC is running after Accountant General of your state, is a good move in the right direction. If account officer has no skeleton in official duties, there is no reason for panicking. Okay, Adamola from Akbete. Good morning, Anu. Sahara reporter said Accountant General of your state was arrested for carrying 9 billion naira away from the country, but government is not talking about security vote money. Let Honorable Agoro that is soliciting for them explain better to us. Anyawalili Yusuf. I can go on and on, but of course time will not permit us. Gentlemen, we have to go.
No, with regard to the VAT, it has been defeated at the level of National Assembly. So that does not go to the state houses of assembly again, because the nays had it yesterday. That means that particular motion or bill or the question did not carry. So that particular thing died on the floor of the National Assembly. So no need of state doing anything on that.
Okay, thank you so much, Larry. Latif.
God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria. Thank you so much. Tomorrow is another day, and it provides an opportunity for us to interact. I am Anuluapo Omari. They're not a final bye. See you next time by the special grace of Almighty God.
Hey, me and the enjoy this Obonga station. IBR 92.5 with Tandagdeba for General Gas Area. Akobo, Ibadan. Hayagba yao. It dey enter my body.
Yo, it's all about Impact Business Radio, IBR. Yes, educative, qualitative, informative radio station straight out of IB to the world. So last year, I want them said to me.
This is Impact Business Radio, IBR. Remain business.